Hello, good evening. My name is Ricardo Johnson. I'm a member of FIU's CMBA program. I am the Chief Privacy and Compliance Officer for Burger King Corporation. According to the StrengthsFinder assessment, my 5 greatest strengths are individualization, learner, self-assurance, analytical, and input. I think my greatest strength as a leader is it combines a lot of the strengths where I'm able to make people feel like an individual. I'm very inquisitive about that person, and using these strengths, I'm able to show a lot of empathy, and I'm able to motivate people because they feel like an individual, and they feel involved in the decisions that I make. How do I intend to build on my strengths? Well, individualization has to do with someone who's inquisitive about people, loves to figure out how to make people work productively, and they're able to draw people in. And one of the things that I do, and I plan to do more to grow in this strength, is through speaking engagements. And I have to do this a lot for my job. And while speaking, I intend to draw people in more by relating the topic that I'm speaking about to real life stories, and a lot of times using real life stories that I'm involved in. This makes the topic more relatable. It will be more memorable than using generic examples. Another one is a learner, and which according to StrengthsFinder is someone who has a desire to learn and continuously improve. And I'm actually taking advantage of this by doing my MBA and taking advantage of the company subsidized program to learn more, by doing my MBA. For self-assurance, which is another strength, it's defined as someone who's confident in their ability to manage their life and someone who's a self-starter. And I intend to continue to build on this strength where I have been tasked with actually building a business unit that did not previously exist. And I know this takes a lot of intestinal fortitude and to venture where no one has gone before to build this for such a large organization. But that's one of the things that I'm doing to build on my strength. For the other strength, which is analytical, it's defined as someone who likes to think about the facts and is not emotional when making decisions. And I'm building on this by choosing projects that has more to do with risk management. And with risk management, it requires me to analyze a lot of data and make decisions based on the data and not based on emotions. For input, it's described as a skill where someone has a hunger for information. And with that, I am feeding my hunger for information by subscribing to the Wall Street Journal and to other industry magazines. I listen to NPR every morning, and that's one of the ways that I'm building on my strength. The concepts I found most useful in this course are primarily 2 things: the motivational concepts and understanding team behavior. Regarding the motivational concepts, I especially like the equity theory and how we compare ourselves to others, and how we compare ourselves to others affects our motivation, and which therefore affects our output quality and quantity. That was very interesting to learn. And regarding team behavior, just recognizing the different types of teams and how best to organize and get the most out of them. The motivational method that I find most effective is the goal-setting theory, specifically Drucker's MBO's theory, because I believe that it's more specific and it's more actionable rather than generic. And it's actually the theory that we use at my company, MBO's. The concept of team leadership that best fits my approach and results in the highest level of performance is transformational leadership. I like this theory because I think transformational leaders combines empathy because they care about the individual. They're authentic. They're not afraid to speak about their own weaknesses, and it's genuine. And I think by that, it gains the most buy-in from the people who you are leading. I think they relate more to a transformational leader. And that's one of the things that I want to become more like as I lead the people in my organization. Well, how do I overcome resistance to change in an organization? Well, my organization is going through a tremendous amount of change. And I believe that the key is communication. I think you can help people to see the logic behind what you're doing if you explain why you're doing the change that you're doing, the reason for the change. Secondly, if you give them input and it makes them committed to the program and it gives them some skin in the game, so they feel more input, so they're more likely to go along with the change. This is Ricardo Johnson. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.